I was in America. I think this is one of the first times I went, or the second or third time I went. And then those maybe 25 years back, 30 years back. And I was actually very fired up and enthusiastic, and I wanted to take the all sorts of experiences. I went to the Disney World. I went to this place, discovering, And then somebody told me, look at these buses. I saw, wow, what buses? Greyhound buses, huge, very smooth. And said, yeah, I want to take a ride on that. And then actually, they said, I wouldn't advise you to go in that. It's not a good thing for you to go in. I said, no, once I can go. And somebody said, better watch out. I said, no, I'll go once. And then I remember from Washington, D.C. to another place, I drove in a Greyhound bus. And I went to the bus stand. They left me there and said, you have to get the tickets. And suddenly I found that there was a madman, a little off guy. And he was scaring everybody. He was standing in the queue and teasing somebody and taking off their headphones, and they were screaming. And he was laughing like nothing. He was having fun. Some lady, he chased the lady, and she was running with her headphones falling down, and her iPod or something she had falling down, and she's tripping over, and then he was laughing. And it was a terror. Everybody there was afraid. This guy is teasing all of us. He's doing this and that. So I thought that he won't come to me, and I was in these robes, and I was sitting there and reading some Bible or something that was there. I was just, the Bible was being distributed free, and I just took one. It was lying there, and I was reading it. And then when he came, I was making this commotion, and everybody was, some guys were very firmly telling, hey, stop it. Some men were saying, the ladies were very afraid. And I was sitting there and thinking that I'll read. I don't want to see this fellow. So that fellow came and stood in front of me, the mad fellow. And then he just kept looking at me. I never looked at him. I just kept reading the Bible and looking at me like this as a religious monk. He looked at me for a long time, and everybody was thinking this fellow is going to do something to this monk who was sitting there. And they were watching. It was a whole minute he stood in front of me. I didn't look at him at all. Then at the end of it, he said, quit faking it. And then he left. That was an amazing statement he made to me. Quit faking, he said to me, and then he left to attack somebody else. And then I looked at him, he had already gone, waving his hand like this at me. Then the bus came, and I sat down on the bus, and there were others who were close to me. They had heard it, and they were amused a little bit. They had a little smile on them. He got a different treatment for the Swamiji. When I sat down on the bus, I was wondering, what did he say? And then I was thinking along my whole trip, I was watching the nice scenery, I was thinking, he said, quit faking. Why did he say that? And why did the madman suddenly come and say something very sharp and very different from everybody else? Then I was thinking, he may not be a madman. I think he may be a very intelligent fellow, just fooling around. And I was thinking like that and saying, why did he say quit faking to me? That became an important thing for me, and I went deep inside throughout that trip thinking, maybe Krishna is trying to tell me something through this madman. Maybe I am posing myself as though I know many things and I don't know. And that's when I started questioning myself. And that evening I had a session, Bhagavad Gita, everything. And in the night when I went to take rest, I asked myself a question, do you believe in everything that you mentioned now from the Bhagavad Gita? I told myself, yes, I do. Do you actually live your life like that? Then I said, may not be fully, but I believe in it, and very soon it will come to that point. It was just questioning a lot in my mind for the next 1 or 2 days. And I wrote a blog saying, quit faking. But it made me think that I really fully don't know who am I. And that's why some of these people were also smiling for some reason. But it's a fact that not everybody has a full grip of who they are.